Hello, my lovely Taurus, and welcome back. This is for you if you are a Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising. I'm Ali, and I help people heal through tarot. So I was going to continue with the fire sign readings, but something prompted me to do your reading today, and I'm glad I did. So we're going to look at the first two cards out, which are crazy positive. We have the Four of Wands. There is your first card. Now this is 1111, twin flames. This is the card of soulmates for me, or however you want to label it, whether you believe in twin flames, soulmates. If you don't, this is definitely a divine connection, okay? If this is not a person in your life, this is something that you seriously love. Now, it could be that you're dealing with a Gemini. Now, the Four of Wands talks about transitioning. That's why it's called the 1111 card. It's like a portal, okay? And these two people are transitioning from one side of the portal to the other side. So this is often represented by celebrations such as like engagements, taking something to the next level as a couple, a next level of commitment that other people can see. So that could be like with a job or in a love relationship. And for a lot of you, it is a love relationship because we get the Lovers card, representing Gemini. So of course you could be dealing with a Gemini, but I think for most of us, this is the energy of the choice. Okay, so the Lovers card, before it was renamed the Lovers card, was called the choice. There is always an element of choice when it comes to the Lovers card. There is always a kind of like a sacrificial choice, okay? And the Doreen Virtue Angel cards, I'll never forget when I was learning them way back, they had at the bottom of the card, the decisions you're making now greatly influence your future, which always used to like panic me. And I think it still kind of does, because when the Lovers card comes up, it is a major arcana. You are not making decisions lightly at this time coming into January. There seems to be a review going on, which is pretty normal for Mercury retrograde, since we're in a Mercury retrograde right now. And this type of choice with this Lovers card, this couple is blessed by the lovely angel that is blessing them. We have the color yellow, color of hope. This is a divine union. It's even shown so again here. This is a couple transitioning, okay, from one stage into another. Now, with the Lovers card always comes some funny business, okay? If we look at the Lovers card, we have women in trees. There's like that biblical Adam and Eve type reference going on here. There's definitely always lust involved. There can be, I always find it really interesting that we have like a tree that's on fire in this card. And we have the thought of temptation strong here, okay? This relationship is greatly influencing your life path. Okay, so whether this is your relationship with your job, this is like a big relationship for some of you, okay? Like I said back at the start, whether you want to label it as twin flame soulmate type of connection, I think sometimes when you label something, it actually takes away how special it is. This is a big relationship. It's a karmic relationship. It's even giving me goosebumps on my legs right now, as I said, karmic relationship. And of course, the Mercury retrograde card of the Six of Cups. Now, the Six of Cups is the card of reminiscing, looking back on the past, normally with rose-tinted spectacles. But it is this person, for me, you like the smell of this person. It's got that like, this person feels like home to you. This person could be like it's got that childhood sweetheart energy to it. A lot of you might have gone home, or people have visited your home around Christmas, around New Year, because we have that type of homecoming energy. And when Mercury's retrograde, we tend to relook, rethink, revisit, rewrite, reread your text. You go back to the past mentally. It's like a whirlwind. You're like going into the past and staying in the future. It's this really strange whirlwind we go through, and then by the end of it, you come out of the ringer like, whoa, but with a new perspective, okay? And that's exactly what's happening to you, my lovely Tauruses. This is another, it's another 6. Just, they've got 2 6s in your readings. 6s are things for me coming to fruition. Things coming to fruition. After the 5s in tarot are difficult, it's adversity. Then you come to 6, and it's like moving on after a difficult stage, okay? There is that element of looking back in the past. The past is connected to this reading somehow 100%, okay? And like I said, some of you might be looking back with rose-tinted spectacles. This has that feeling, like I said, that person is like, this person is like home to you, okay? They represent safety. Like I said, it's that whole wanting to, that whole, I don't even want to say it out, but like nose breath type of, just love being in this person's space, okay? If this is a job, this is a job that reminds you of something you loved in your childhood, okay? We get the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Slight spanner in the works here, but I think with Mercury retrograde, this is kind of normal. It's reminding you that everything has its harvest and that you need to be patient. The Knight of Pentacles. Let me give you my spreadsheet of all the reasons why this needs to be perfectly timed, and then I will put it into another spreadsheet. Okay, like, I know you guys are Pentacles, you guys are earth signs, so you know exactly this type of need to build solid ground, okay? And that's what's happening for you again in January, is that you're feeling a lack of patience, okay? You probably just want to jump on the horse, get going with this situation, make a move in it. Things are not happening fast enough. Things you've worked hard on, you're not getting the benefits of reaping what you sow right now. It might feel like something is going nowhere, which is really strange because it's definitely going somewhere, wherever this is. But it might be not going somewhere quick enough for you right now, and that could be the energy that you're dealing with. Now, it is a reminder to be patient, okay? The Knight of Pentacles is such an important card, okay, for me, because the Knight of Pentacles is different from all of the other knights. The Knight of Pentacles is the only knight who is actually guaranteed to become a king. Same with the Page of Pentacles, okay? The rest of them have to go through like all these trials. They might fail, they might only ever get to knight stage, but normally the Knight of Pentacles always becomes the king, which means there's always going to be a progression, okay? Normally done by working hard, Saturn energy, showing up every day, getting done what's meant to be done, and knowing, like I said, that everything has its harvest. Just like people, relationships, everything has a winter, everything has a time to slow down, and we are in winter right now. Like, we're bang on in the middle of winter. Struggling through the retrograde. Ooh, okay. Judgment. Number 20. Again, I said this has an element of past, present, and future. The Judgment card always has at least 3 figures, past, present, and future. We have the same type of archangel energy coming down, divine energy coming down. They're doing different things in this card. In the Lovers card, they are blessing this couple and giving them kind of like the rite of passage. And in the Judgment card, they are playing some sort of instrument, rising people from the dead. Judgment comes towards the end of the major arcana. And Judgment, again, is a very Mercury retrograde card for me. It again talks about relooking, revisiting, understanding how the past is connected with your present and how the present is connected with your future. It's almost like you get a little strange bird's eye overview that you've never had before on a specific situation. We do this, like I said, in Mercury retrograde. Now, if you think of what judgment actually means, if you make a judgment call on something, if you tell someone you're judging judgment on something, you're telling them your perception of something. You're telling them your view. So when the Judgment card comes up, the angels in the universe are asking you to review and relook. They're asking you to make a type of judgment call, to actually try and write down or put down into a word, a sentence, a phrase, where you stand in this situation. This is like getting your ducks in a row, because Mercury retrograde is going to throw spanners in the work. It is going to make things feel like they're one step forward, two steps back. That is what Mercury retrograde does. And being prepared for those moments, my lovely Tauruses, is what's going to help you keep going and build through this. Now, yes, you may have overlooked something in the past wrongly, and the universe is asking you to make a different perception and judgment call on this. The card that's missing for me right now is the Hanged Man. Okay, seeing things from a different perspective. And sometimes as a tarot reader, you sense the card that's missing on the table. And for me, that's what's missing in your reading right now. It might come up, you never know. The universe wants you to see something that you've missed in the past here. Ten of Pentacles. And it's come up in the reverse. So the Ten of Pentacles is a very stable, this is your meat and potatoes, 4.0 kids, the family, the generational pattern. It's financial stability, mental stability, and when it's in the reverse, it's the feeling of running away with the circus. Like, done with this, done with this energy, this doesn't feel stable enough for me, I'm going rogue. Yeah, I think we should caution against that during this Mercury retrograde. I kind of see that as more like a warning card, and it's coming underneath the Lover's card. So it's coming underneath this decision. It's asking you not to make a decision rationally, okay, irrationally. It's that energy of sleep on it, okay? Especially if you're wanting to run and jump on this horse and run away with this information, this new information that you have, or this new insight. It's probably an insight, a thought, it's a reread of a text, it's I can't believe I never put all that together before, like now I see things so differently. That's why they did that a year ago, 2 years ago, 10 years ago with that, with this card. For some of you as well, you're working out how your childhood and ancestral patterns with this Ten of Pentacles is affecting your current love life, okay? What patterns you have learned from probably your parents or whoever your guardians were, how your childhood has influenced your ability to make decisions in love. Wow, that's crazy. That's a specific download for some people. Nope, too many cards. We don't want to play game anymore, and that's okay. We'll try one more time, and if not, I will change the tarot deck. I would like one more card, please, for my lovely Taurus. Maybe I should have changed the deck. I'm joking. I have the Death card, Scorpio. So you have Scorpio and Gemini on the table right now. Now, the Death card, as always, I have to say it, death waits for nobody. And death in the tarot is a big change. It's the completion of a cycle. For some of you, this is letting go of the past. It's underneath that Six of Cups. So for me, this is letting go of a specific memory, letting go of a specific thought pattern. Again, some of you are letting go of thought patterns you learned as a child, that's stopping you from moving forward in this Four of Wands energy to the other side of a relationship. It's stopping you from being able to love fully, or it's stopping you from being able to trust fully. It's stopping you from being able to progress. And that emotional blockage is stopping you from progressing in the 3D, like it's stopping the engagement coming to you, or it's stopping the financial abundance coming to you, whatever it is that this is holding back. This situation is 100% going to change with that Death card. It could go back to Scorpio season as well. We had a rough Scorpio season. We had all sorts going on planetary back then. I don't know if you remember, around about October, November time. That's when all of this could have kicked off. It could be October, November last year, 10 years ago, but there is an energy of that like October, November Scorpio season. And Scorpios are very, very good at digging to the bottom of uncomfortable situations, getting to the root of things. I don't know if you've ever, both my both my Scorpios are parents. I cannot speak during Mercury retrograde. Both my parents are Scorpios. So I really understand that Scorpio energy of needing to like dig things up from the root and see the truth of a situation. And that's that Judgment card. And if you think about even just the thought of digging up roots once you've already grown something, is kind of the same energy as going backwards and re-looking. Looking at how things began. One more card for my lovely Tauruses. This is it. Okay. King of Swords. Now I'm going to clarify this King of Swords because this Kings of Swords can mean lots of different things in different readings. Now this could be a person. This is air sign energy, so it's Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. This could be a person in your life. If it's a person in your life, this is someone who is very good at being emotionally detached. This could be asking you, if you're feeling overly emotional right now, is to keep yourself, your own ducks in a row. Let's do a qualifier card. A clarifier card for this. I cannot speak. Especially since it's coming under the Knight of Pentacles in reverse for me, that's that impatient energy of wanting to just like jump on the horse and go ahead with something anyway, even if you don't have the information. Which is always cautioned against during a Mercury retrograde. You should be reading the fine print, the fine details. You shouldn't be rushing it forward with anything unless it's something that was seriously pre-planned before the retrograde. Okay, King of Swords. More Aquarius energy. So to clarify the King of Swords, I get the Star card, which I love. That's Aquarius energy. Things are going to work out well. This is a wish come true. This is a wish come true. But you need to do it in a very truthful air sign way. Okay, which is not the way you're used to working. I know, my lovely Tauruses. But the King of Swords is very good at looking at the cold, hard facts. They can put their emotions in a box, and another box, and another box, and then dump that box in the sea, and then come back for it 10 years later. I keep saying 10 years, and I think that's your 10 of Pentacles, 10 months, 10 years, something like that. Now we also get the 9 of Swords in the reverse, which is the way I like to see it. The universe wants you to worry less, okay? And I know that's so easy to say, but this is like the 4 a.m. There's been sleepless nights about this situation. There has been worry, depression, anxiety, being awake when other people should be sleeping, being sad when you should be celebrating. It's that type of energy. And the King of Swords is, to be honest, is quite emotionally cold. They're the type of person that's able to, like I said, put their feelings in a box and be like, it's Christmas Day anyway, pass the champagne. Like, even though they're in the midst of like a divorce and someone else, a family relative has fallen out with them too. They can just sit there like, yep, pass the champagne, today's my Christmas Day, I'm gonna put that all aside and enjoy it. Okay, that's almost what the universe wants you to do with this situation, is like call the universe bluff on it, fake it till you make it. Okay, if this is a hard decision with that Lover's card, the situation is going to be abrupt and change anyway, and probably for the better with that Star card. You could be dealing with an Aquarius, because this is heavy Aquarius energy coming up with that King of Swords. But it is a card of hope and keeping hope. Okay, keeping your hope. Because even with that Death card, like I said, the universe wants you to kind of get your ducks in a row here, coming up to the month of January, because the Mercury retrograde is going to last pretty much all of January. Pretty much all of January, and then you get the shadow period. So that King of Swords this is my sword of truth. Okay, keep your sword of truth. Know where you stand in this situation before stuff starts to hit the fan. Okay, you've already done the ruminating. You've done this is the worst that can happen. You've already had that chat with yourself about this. So it's okay now to actually hope that it gets better, because it's going to with that. Now with that death card and the lovers card, there is going to be, and the judgment card, that's huge, major arcana. Add in the star and the 4 of wands. This is spiritual big jobs. This is not just your average little monthly reading. This is a huge relationship that is massively affecting and will be rapidly changing with that death card. Okay. And the way through it is to keep your patience as much as possible. Keep your own, I was going to say keep your own kingdom, but that's not what I mean. I can't even remember what I'm trying to say. Well, I do remember, like, keep your own counsel. That's it. Keep your own counsel. I also think the moon is in Gemini as I'm doing this, which is not helping. Yeah, with the way I'm talking. Yes. So yeah, judgment, death, lovers card. Major changes. Major changes. There's going to be revising, relooking. Once you come out of January, you're not going to, it's that old, like, who was it that said that? Harakumi, someone, like, once you go through the storm, you're not the same person. That's what this is. That's what this, when this relationship comes out the other side, star card, it's not the same relationship as it was before. If this is a job, this is not the same job as it was before. If this is a job, this is a major change in a workplace, a major change in your job. This is like the progression, like, you know, the top CEO changing, or like a complete top-down change. This is rerouting, like I said, bringing something up from its roots and really changing the situation. That's what the death card does. And it is needed in the month of January. I think you have been ruminating over this for a long time, and it's felt unstable for long enough that you're almost welcoming in this change. And it looks like, if you look at the first card out, which is always the strongest card out, that 4 of wands, we cannot kick this out of bed. This is saying that this relationship is moving through that portal anyway, which is very positive. It is progressing anyway. That's interesting. Some oracle cards. The first oracle card we get is fork in the road. That's your choice. Okay, there is a fork in the road here. This is asking you to stick or split. Which direction are you going to go in? Judgment. Which direction in your mind are you going to go in January? And it's 1 + 3, 4, number of stability. Again, angels are another 4 with the wand stability. This is bringing in a stability for you, but in order to bring in the stability, you need to make the decision in the first place. Okay. Oh, and the other card we get is happy, happy. Okay, this is finding the key to your own happiness. There's that lock and key situation. Okay, she has the key. Does she have the key? Where is the key? No. The birdie has the key. Okay. Now, happy, happy. It's plain and simple as it is. 6 + 2, 8. Number of abundance is the number of movement in tarot as well. Situation is moving, and it's moving to a happy, happy, happier place. I mean, that seems to be, you are moving to a happier place. I want one more. You guys have turned into a really long reading. I think this is the longest reading we've had this month. Mending. That's why. Okay, so this is, like I said, mending something from its roots. Okay, these two people are creating something new together, and they're mending the past. That's why there's all this past element going on here. They're mending the past. There's an element of the past that needs to be mended here for you to move on. Oops-a daisy. I'm taking a romance angel card. No. Yep. Strange one. Okay. Oops. Okay, I'm going to take this. Playfulness. Now, The first card we get out is Honeymoon. That's your Four of Wands. So some of you are literally getting engaged, having honeymoons. It's that honeymoon period when you meet someone. I think this is meant to be Venice. Two people, it's saying enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Okay, so this could actually be talking about over the holidays. Sometimes we gain a new appreciation for people around about that time. Sometimes it's the opposite. But we have that honeymoon period. That's your Four of Wands. That's your Six of Cups. That longing, that loving, that real when you think of someone. We get religious factors. We have referenced Adam and Eve in this, I suppose. Sorry about the traffic noise. Religious factors, this is talking about in some way religious factors is affecting your love life. So this could even just be the fact that like you're on a spiritual journey and they're not. Or it can literally be as cut as you're one religion, they're a different religion. It could be that. But it just means that your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and your spiritual path. Okay, going back to what we said at the beginning about healing ancestral patterns, about this relationship affects your life path. We said that at the very beginning of the reading, and this is what they're saying to you, okay? And you're aware of that probably. A lot of people talk about how like the decisions you make in life are very much, you know, the people you put into your life and the people you allow in your life and the people you decide to build your life with pretty much have a massive influence on your life decisions after that, and your where you go, what you do, and the opportunities you decide to take. There's a lot of emphasis here on upbringing as well, on childhood, how you were taught to believe, how you were taught to think, what religion you were brought up as. It's all going on in the background here to help, or to kind of feels like it's hindering, but it's actually helping this moving of this situation. We get the playfulness card, which is for me is very similar to that happy, and again with that star card, okay, because the universe is asking you to have some hope here with that star card. It is this card of hope and dreams come true, okay? It's a wish come true, it's a dream come true. And it says to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit to shine. Okay, for some of you, I want you to go back into your head when you were at that really confident time. We all have it, okay? Whether you were 18, 21, 28, 42, doesn't matter, okay? Go back to that confident time in your head where you found that was my year, that was my 5 years, whatever it was. And ask yourself how that version of you would be dealing with this situation, because I can guarantee it's probably in a lot more lighthearted, playful energy. And I know you're like, yeah, because I was 20 years younger then. I had the time to waste, I had the time to spend. But the universe is asking you, even just in the month of January, to try and re-embody or recapture that element for yourself, because you need some sort of playfulness, happy. There's balloons here. The angels reward you when you don't take things too seriously, because you need to, I'm going to go a bit left field here, but you need to try and remember that some people see life as a movie, as a game, as a reality that you're in control of. And that's a reminder of this here, to not take things as seriously and to try and put some playfulness into it. Wow. I have loved doing your reading today, my lovely Tauruses. It has been such a pleasure. It's taken a lot longer than I expected, but this is obviously why I needed to do your reading today rather than anyone else's. I hope you enjoyed. If you'd like a private reading with me, the link is in my description box. If not, I will see you on our next video, which will probably be around about the new moon. Yeah. Namaste, everyone.